Cool. Yeah, we should be live. I'm gonna check a YouTube channel real quick. Alright, cool. Just making sure everything's cooking. Word. Alright, cool. Well, what's up, everybody? Yeah. So I kind of dismantled the last patch that we were cooking up. Um, I played around with it last night, and I was just feeling so uninspired playing the thing. Um, yeah, I pretty much just took it all apart. The only thing that I've got patched in currently, actually I'm gonna pull this thing back up again. The only thing I've got patched up currently is just the output of the nebulae, the output of clouds, right? Nothing on the inputs of those. And I'm using both of these as an effect right now because I've got a crazy idea with it. And I've also just got the mini brute patched in here. So that being said, the other thing that's important to note, yeah, alright, cool. Alright. Yeah. Alright, just making sure everything is going well. But yeah, the other important thing to note, the stream will have a ton of delay. It is what it is. YouTube is kind of bad about that. I think there's some settings that you can change in OBS maybe, but I'm not sure. Basically, if anybody's gonna send me a chat, I didn't realize this until last time, but yeah, the delay is just gonna be terrible from yeah, from when I respond to a chat message and when you guys see it. So just something to keep in mind. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what tempo we're gonna be cooking with. Let's start at 128. And we'll just see how it goes. So I'm just gonna start with the basic kick drum real quick, just so we can get our footing. But I was really feeling some, I don't know, some acidy bass lines, I guess you could say. I've got the nebulae running basically a pseudo instrument. It's a little delay. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, so we can sort of hear it there. Anyways. What I'm gonna do firstly is we're gonna get some pitch information, sending out to this. And I might do, ooh, that bass drum is thick. It is the drum boot, the impact, does make a fine kick drum. Let's send some pitch information into oscillator 2 real quick, and yeah. Alright, and I also, since the last time, I turned up the volume on the Focusrite. So let me know if this stuff is just too loud and I can turn it down. I think I'm gonna see if any shorter cables can work for this. Yeah, we're doing everything straight from scratch, so yeah, getting everything set up might take a hot minute, but it'll be alright. Yeah, and I pretty much want to exclusively use the shortest cables that I can between connections. You know what I mean? Because I don't have infinite patch cables, right? Okay, cool. Alright, great. So we're getting somewhere. But it sounds terrible. Why do you sound so terrible? Cool. Let's see how it sounds with the kick drum. Alright, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I wanted to add that little bit of delay on, just on something, because, man, delay is such a cool effect. Or we might do like some octave stuff. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's pretty funky already. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, I'm changing it to a square wave here for the bass line, and I can bring it down an octave. Yeah, I can basically make this a subtone, without it getting super muddy, for making it a saw wave. I'll just show that as a quick little example. But I generally never use a saw wave if I'm down in like the way sub octave range. Try to use square waves because it's missing that second harmonic there, so it doesn't get muddied down. But with a square, not as muddy. And now we have a saw. I guess it's only a subtle difference, but you can still really feel it. At least I can. I know it doesn't seem like that great of a difference, but we're gonna keep it with the square wave. Okay. Alright, so that's cool. We got a sick little bass line cooking up here. Yeah, so the next thing, I might use cells here. Yeah, I'm gonna send clock information into that. And let's see here. Any tips for getting into modular? My stuff is all digital, analog, and groove boxes. Well, let me tell you. Getting into, well, you gotta understand, it is very, very difficult to make something sound good on modular. It's like, usually people get into modular for very specific reasons, right? It's for doing things that like regular synthesizers couldn't do. You know what I mean? So this is totally, so eventually what I plan to do is be able to take like a whole groovebox system using just a small modular synth. And while there are some great synthesizers that can do that, this would be like catered to my play style and what I feel. So just know that firstly, it's going to be really difficult. In general, modular stuff is just so hard to make sound good. Whereas with synthesizers, it does all of that, right? They're going to sound good basically out of the box. That's what they're designed to do. But if you're building it up from scratch, it's going to be really difficult. So that being said, getting started though, I would literally get a semi-modular synth. At least that's what I did. I'm not going to say that's what you should do or that it's the best way to go about it, but in my experience, that's what I did. I started with the Behringer Neutron, and it basically just opened up a whole world of possibilities. It was a super affordable synth with modular capabilities, and I was basically thinking to myself like, yeah, if I don't like the modular workflow, I can just stick to regular synthesizers. But it turned out that I really loved uh, like what all you could do with the Neutron's patch bay, that I just kept going with the modular stuff. Um, so yeah, that's just my experience with the Matter. I just tried out the modular workflow to see if it would, work for me, and it did. And so then I started expanding my setup, um, and I would recommend checking out like the modular subreddit. They've got a bunch of cool links on, uh, you know, where to go from there, basically. But that's what I would. That's just my experience and what basically helped me move forward with the modular system. So cool. Hope that answered your question, man. Let's get back in the groove of things here. So, with cells and marbles, you can make basically little random permutations of these cells here. And why would you want to do that? Because basically, marbles is kind of a terrible sequencer by itself. Anyways, now I'm gonna quantize it. Anyways, but I want to use marbles as a modulation source and not my sequencer. So having this as a sequencer will be pretty helpful. What I'm gonna do is actually send the CV out from here and put it into the CV input of ornamenting crime. Yeah, man. Alright, let's see here. So I'm gonna use the mini brute 2S gate. I thought I erased this pattern, but apparently I didn't. Alright, we're gonna erase that and erase that. Okay, so let's see if we can't just make a quick little pattern here, and then I'll send out pitch information there, and I'll send let's see here, I believe the trigger is going to be on this input. Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. So now, so again, like all of this stuff here would be stuff that would be already internally patched in a synthesizer. But yeah, because it's modular, we've got to make all these connections ourselves, which is all right. I don't mind it. And what we're doing now is we're connecting the mini brute 2S to clouds, which is one of my effect modules. Oh boy. Alright, so we're gonna use the Phrygian scale, and we're in A flat right now. Cool, so why does this sound terrible? Hello? Well, this is very interesting. Let me just make sure. I wonder. Okay, so I'm definitely getting something coming up. Oh! Very interesting. So what we're actually getting there is the baseline coming out of the neutron. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I was coming out of the AD envelope section. Can't believe it. Anyways. Alright, so... Alright, we're gonna change this. Alright, let's see how these sound together. And fair warning, y'all. This is probably gonna be out of tune. But I can check it real quick, actually. Huh. Okay, they might not be that out of tune. But we're basically, yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can't come up with a neat little melody here. So let's see how this sounds in context. Alright, so that's really freaking loud. Let's see if we can't bring this. Oh, there we go. Alright, this is pretty funky. Okay, so that's super funky. Yeah, let's see if we can't add in some drums or something. We're gonna enable polyrhythms on the drum brute, and we can last step these hi-hats real quick, and we can add some color and some accents on those, and okay, so that's pretty funky. Let's see if we can't make this bass line. A little more interesting. Okay, sick. Super sick. Super sick. Okay, great, so we've got all that cooking right now. Yeah, let's see if we can't add in plats to the mix too. I might change the position here. Alright. Great. Let's see here. We actually, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be changing the pitch that much of plat, so I don't even know if I need to send something into the volt per octave input, right? But what I will do is, well, I mean, I may change that idea later, but I'm not sure. Not totally sure, and it is what it is. Alright, so what I am going to do though is send in some gate information here, and then we'll need to tune it, and it'll be good. Yeah, so we can just make it like that. idiot. Sent it into the volt per octave. Jesus. Huh, interesting. So right now it sounds like it's major because I'm pretty sure this is playing a C minor chord, but putting that on top of the A flat, which is in the bass line, makes it sound like we're in A flat major, which is very interesting. But let's see here. So we could actually do something crazy like that, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll do weird chord stacking. So I'm just gonna tune this thing down to an A flat, I think. Yeah. And the way I'm gonna do that I'll open up the neutron, and I'll open up plates or plats, and I'll tune them. Okay, y'all. Hold on. That is not an A flat. But I don't have perfect pitch, so we're doing our best here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this bass line kind of sounds a little dinky. I think it's cute, but I don't know if I could listen to that for a long time. Let's see if we can't make it a little more, I don't know, dirty. So I'm actually, yeah, we're gonna be using the Phrygian mode here. So let's just see. Yeah. Okay, so I like this bass line a lot better. What I don't like are these chords. I think they're kind of dumb. So, yeah, we're gonna change this model to something else. Oh, actually, what we can do, take the CV out, put it into there. Yeah, okay. This bass line is actually sounding pretty sick right now. That flat 9 is just sick. I guess in the Phrygian mode it's just a regular 9 in it. But, you know what I mean. Alright. So, we'll get this patched up. This is just going to be another melodic element, basically. Okay, yeah, that thing's not quantized to anything. So we'll quantize it. There is a nice scale called the Jap-in-Sin scale. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But basically it's a Phrygian scale. It's kind of hollowed out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's get cooking with this. to tune it back to normal. Okay, so that's pretty funky, y'all. I think that's pretty groovy. And in fact, that's all of the synth voices that I have, pretty much, anyways. So let's go ahead and save all these patterns now. Yeah, we can start. Well, actually, I think next thing on the list is gonna be to make the drums more interesting. So we'll go ahead and do that. Why don't we add a snare drum? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna add that. We're gonna add a little open hi-hat here on the off beats. Yeah, that's super funky. Definitely a lot better than whatever I was working on yesterday, or the 2 days ago. Jeez. Sorry, I had to respond to a little text message there. Yeah, let me just make sure everything's alright. Cool. Alright. So, now that we've got this is the basis of our sound, and it sounds pretty good. I like this patch, super simple, pretty cute. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna play with some modulation sources. Wait a minute. Last little sound source. Let's add in some noise, why don't we? Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy, actually. Yeah. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place right now. We're gonna add in a cymbal. 2. Okay, another crazy idea. We can actually, since we've got all this, I actually have one more slot open on my mixer, which means that I could sidechain the drums. So let's see how that sounds. Yeah. so funky. That's just too groovy. Alright, super funky stuff. We're gonna start using marbles here to modulate some parameters. So I'm gonna take it to modulate the filter of this little line. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty funky. We can also use it to modulate, well, I guess I do have these little LFOs here. The ultrasound mount is hooked to LFO2, so yeah, real quick, we might see how this sounds. Yeah, that's pretty funky. Alright, yeah, and I really do enjoy that flat 9 sound in the bass line, but I don't know if I can reasonably, reasonably keep it in with the lead line, because they're sort of clashing right now. So we're gonna change that back to a regular A flat, and that'll be good. Sounds funky. Thank you. All right. Another crazy idea that we can do. We can reverse the buffer. Interesting. There are some things that y'all are saying in the chat that totally elude me, and I hope I'm not offending anybody. But I have no idea what that means, my friend. But anyways, let's check this out. What I want to keep doing here is adding these modulation sources. So Platt, frankly, has a ton of them that you can mess with. So we're gonna do that here, and let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, so that already sounds pretty funky. Let's see here. Grab this cable. Actually. That's super funky. Okay. Super cool stuff. Let's see here. Real quick, there's a cute little trick I like to do. We can invert one of these LFO channels. And the Mini Brute 2 has syncable LFOs, which is just absolutely sick. And why is that sick, you may ask? Because we have a saw wave. Here, let me move this so y'all can see this LED real quick. It's this one right here. Oh man, my hand was in the way. Anyways, that top left LED is the LFO, right? It's a saw wave. That's pretty cool. But we can invert that saw wave, and send that to the frequency cutoff of our baseline. All right, and now the baseline will be basically, well, let's just check it out. Actually, better to hear it than for me to try and explain this. How do you get that sidechain effect with the kick? Great question. It's actually all being done with the endorphins module up here. Yeah, the module is, I wouldn't say it's like, well, I mean, it's a little difficult to use because frankly, it's tiny. It only has 4 inputs and you can't mute it all the way. Like, it doesn't go to negative infinity whenever you hit these little channel mutes. So, you know, I'm a little iffy about it. But what it does have is a sidechain input. So I'm literally running the kick out of here into the sidechain, this little sidechain input, and it has a little duck on top because it's ducking, right? At least that's how I'm interpreting it. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if you can really see it too well in the stream, but there's a little blue light up here. Hold on. Yeah. All right, so it's kind of hard to see, but right there is a little blue light. That's the sidechain input. That's my kick drum that I'm sending in there. So yeah, I hope that answered that question. It's the Cockpit Squared by Endorphins. But anyways, so this baseline is now being controlled by the inverse. I guess that's not really the inverse, it's just the flip side of the saw wave, the inverted saw wave. Right, and we can change this so that it can go like, I don't know how many measures that is. I don't know if I want to count either. But yeah, just to add some cool little harmonic content. Alright. Sick. And we can start bringing in some of the other voices. Gosh, the reverse buffer from Clouds just sounds so sick. I'm a huge fan of it. Yeah, super funky. Yeah, and we added the second oscillator, and it's slightly detuned, right? So we get that trance sound. Okay, sick. That was a fun little jam. Yeah. So, trying to think if we want to add anything else. Of course, we could modulate some of these parameters on clouds, because we do have a few modulation sources left. Oh, actually, hmm, no. I was thinking about using one of these envelopes for plats, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Actually, this is pretty simple right now. I don't want to keep it simple. Um, yeah, just because I like how it sounds. Anyways, so I think we're actually done patching today. I think I might do just another little jam real quick. But I'll go in at some point and record it. Actually, y'all, scratch that. I'm gonna pull up FL Studio right now because I can probably record it just right now. I might do this. Or, I mean, this might be the final recording. Yeah, and I don't want this to come on the output. So, yeah, output 1 and 2. Alright. So we're going to pull up just Edison real quick, and yeah, we're just going to first try this. I mean, none of the oscillators are probably in tune with each other. And it is what it is. Really? Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is going to be a fat disaster. But it's okay. It's alright, y'all. I don't even know what we're going to start with or what the layout is going to look like. But yeah, basically I just pulled up Edison and FL Studio so that we can record this. Yeah, we're getting sound in there too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, just to be clear, this isn't like a DAW. Like, I'm not using anything from my laptop. This is all just synth stuff. But we are recording it with the laptop. Let's think here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should just go for it. Frankly. Oh, what I can do though. Now we've got the level input there. Yeah, forget it. Let's start with the bass line. Then we can add in the kick drum later and whatnot, you know what I mean? Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and start recording in Edison, and we'll hit that. Alright. Yeah, we're live, y'all. Yeah. Alright, these textures sound so sick. I don't have the Switch 4 on me, or in this module, or in the rack rather. So we're gonna basically have to bring in elements using only volume automation. Three, 4, 1. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, that was pretty good. Pretty funky. Pretty funky. I think it dragged on a little at the end there, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's a live performance, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, so I'm gonna go back at some point here and listen to that recording, basically see if it's good enough. And if it is, then yeah, I'll probably post that video, or I'll post like the song or something, or maybe I won't because it's already posted, you know, in this stream, which will be posted on the channel. I'm not sure totally what I'm gonna do with that recording yet. But it is what it is. Yeah, I hope that audio wasn't too bad either. Anyways, so I've been streaming now for about an hour. I mean, I think that's pretty good. So thank you everybody for tuning in. It was nice getting to interact with y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know I did. I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah, and I'm glad we got to do this whole patch from scratch. So maybe it can bring some inspiration to some people, see, you know, how we do things around here. But anyways, yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in.